Hi, everybody.
Hey, we're live!
We're live right
We're
now.
live right now!
We were going to name the stream BP Oil Spill, but we didn't know if that would be controversial or not.
I told him to do it. He didn't, though.
And so I just named it PS2 Memory Card because I couldn't think of a name and I was panicking and I had a minute left before we had to go live. And I take our live time very seriously. We're live at 2 o'clock every time, except for the few times we're not.
We're live right now.
We're live right now. How are we all doing?
I'm drawing Isabel from that thing. I'm sure we'll plug it at some point, but it's too early to promote ourselves. So we have to entertain you a little bit first. See, it's a trade-off.
If anyone sees me smack at the air, I have been in a feud with a gnat for about the past hour of my life. And him and me we're going to war. So I'm not crazy. I'm just fighting with this fucking gnat.
A little bit of A, a little bit of B.
If randomly the stream goes off because I accidentally slap my computer and break it trying to kill this gnat. Good morning, boys. I'll be drawing along with Scott for the next hour because I'm finally back on my own art grind after admittedly slacking a little bit.
Hell yeah. Let's get to work.
On that grind.
I'm drawing Isabel, but she has a braided ponytail because I think they look cool. I drew a comic once, and one of the main characters had a braided ponytail. It was The Loaf.
We wrote
that will
a
be
whole
out
book
soon.
with the character that had a braided ponytail in it that we haven't finished.
Yeah. But that's a future project. She might not even have a braided ponytail by the time we get to that book.
You know, that is true. She actually probably won't. Have y'all been playing Final Fantasy 16? No, I have not. I've heard it's good. I've heard it's a really good game and a really bad Final Fantasy game. But good games are still good games. But yeah, I have not been playing it. Scott, have you been playing it?
You know, this may shock and awe the viewers, but no, I've not. I've been playing chess. I learned a new opening.
That's cool, Scott. Hey, my main dudes, I'll go ahead with my famous question of the stream later. I gotta draw Paizuri first. Tight.
That's the name of the chess opening I learned. No, it's the Ponziani. It's not the Paizuri. Although I might call it that because that's pretty funny.
Yeah, just be playing chess with somebody and be like, I'm about to whip out the Paizuri opening move.
Hey, how do you like my Paizuri?
Holy shit, the music in Final Fantasy 16 is great. I've been hearing that too about it being a bad Final Fantasy, but I disagree. Yeah, I mean the music in all the Final Fantasies is always great, so that's not surprising. It looks really fun. It looks really good. Scott tried his Ponzi scheme against me yesterday, Ingo says.
That's true. And Ingo beat my ass like horribly. I was down like 25 points of material, and then he stalemated me. So it was a draw. And it was I've never been more thankful for a stalemate.
So what you're saying
He had
is
like
you're
2
both
queens, a rook, a knight. Pretty much, yeah. I'm really upset that I can't consistently beat Ingo yet, because like he only plays against me and I play all the time. I played like hundreds of games, and I can't improve more than he just naturally is good at the game.
Ingo, he talks about you so much. Like I like he talks about you like you're his greatest nemesis.
He is. Although I think he said that he had played chess as like a young boy.
Ingo, is that true? As a young man, were you chessing? You know, we did something pretty fun on Friday.
Did we?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we did. We went to a ball game.
We went to the Reds game on Friday. It was a very good time. Saw a great baseball game.
It was the best game that I've ever seen in person. It was the second best baseball game that I've watched ever, period.
Yeah, it was a really good goddamn game. It was really fun. Reds are a fun team.
I'm gonna actually I'll describe the ending of this game, because the last inning was what made it so special. It was actually like a so-so game, I thought, up until the end. Like throughout the whole game, it was like 2-1 in the ninth inning, so there wasn't a whole lot going on. And then the Reds blew the game, and they were losing, or it was 2-2 in the bottom of the ninth, and we didn't score, so it goes into extra innings. Tied game. Top of the 10th, the Padres score 2 runs. The Reds come back in the bottom of the 10th and tie it with a home run with 2 outs. So like I pretty much everybody in the ballpark was just like over it. They were like, oh, the game's over, whatever. You know, like I was just sitting there. It was quiet. Everybody was dead. All of a sudden, like this loud crack of the bat happens, and it's a tied game. This little short 5'11" man,
Big Dick Matt McLean.
Big Dick Matt McLean hit a home run to tie the game. That was awesome. And then the inning ended. So it was tied going into the 11th inning. The Padres scored 2 more runs. We're down by 2 in the bottom of the 11th. Elly De La Cruz, one of our top prospects, hits a double, ties or makes it a 1-run game. He's at second base. And let's see, wait, no.
You have it all confused. He tied the game.
How did he tie the game? I thought we were down by 2.
You were down by 2. Matt McLean hit the home run. Then they went up 1. I thought.
Oh, they only went up 1. Yeah. I think that makes sense. Does it? No. What happened in this game?
You know, you can just pull the game up and. Anyway, I guess since Scott's struggling, I'll fill it in. Elly De La Cruz.
Hold on, I gotta look up the game. What happened?
I guess I'll wait since he wants to tell it.
Hold on. Because we were down by 2, right? So I gotta go to the box score. Because the inning led off with De La Cruz, and India was on second base. I'm about to confirm.
I'll just wait.
No. You were right.
Okay.
It was 5-4. It was 5-4 going into the 11th inning. So De La Cruz ties it with a double. He's super fast. He's like the fastest man in baseball. And so he's at second base with 1 out. I don't remember who was at bat. I think it was Kevin Newman. He bunts. Elly De La Cruz goes to third base with 1 out in the inning. Fly ball ties the game. The batter, Nick Senzel, hits a ground ball right at the shortstop, who throws it home. But Elly is so fast that he actually beats the throw there. He slides in. Everyone's like, we win. Yay. It's awesome. And the umpire calls him out. And everyone's like, whoa, what the fuck? So the Reds challenge it, because in baseball, if you think the umpire got it wrong, you can challenge the call. And they'll look at it on replay, and they might overturn it. Although it sucks. They always get it wrong anyways. So, they go through, and so what happened when you look at the replay is that the catcher, Gary Sanchez, his leg was in the way of the plate. So when Elly slides in, even though he beats the throw, he can't tag the plate because of the catcher's leg. All right? There's a rule that the catcher can't do that if they don't have the ball, and Sanchez did not have the ball. So by the rule, Elly should be safe. But there's an exception in the rule that if it's a hard hit ground ball at an infielder, and that's exactly the way it's written, hard hit ground ball at an infielder, the catcher can just do whatever they want. So he was allowed to block the plate. Nobody understands this rule. The managers don't understand this rule. I don't even think the MLB front office understands this rule. It doesn't make sense. So when they say that he's out and like the Reds didn't win the game, so there's 2 outs in the inning, everyone boos. I mean, I've never booed anything so much in my life.
It was like a stadium about to be in riot. Like it was fucking bad.
We were screaming, and I've never booed that much. My voice is still gone. Everyone was just, they're like, fuck you, umpire. And all this whole time, another batter is batting. He's in the middle of an at-bat. He's taking pitches. It's like a 2-1 count. At one point, the Reds fans, I guess, realized that they don't want the batter that got thrown out at home plate, Elly De La Cruz, to feel bad about getting thrown out. So we all just start chanting, Elly, Elly. It's awesome. All this whole time, Spencer Steer is in the middle of an at-bat. It gets to a 2-1 count. In the middle of all this chaos, in the middle of us booing this umpire, chanting for Elly, all of a sudden, this loud crack of a bat happens, and it sounds like somebody stacking timber. And all the Reds players are running onto the field. Everyone's looking around like, what the fuck happened? And we all realize that it's a home run. So everyone's just jumping up and down and screaming and celebrating. I'm looking out into the outfield. I didn't actually tell you this, Bryce. I was looking out because before I celebrated, I was like, I want to make sure it's a home run. I want to see the ball land. It just never fucking landed. I mean, he killed this baseball.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And then I eventually see it land, and I'm jumping. Everyone's screaming. It's such a good time. I've never had so much fun at a baseball game in my life.
Do you think we could easily find the highlight of the walk-off to show it? Because it's pretty.
Yeah,
tough.
I think so.
Here, I'm gonna look and see if I can find the highlight of the walk-off real quick.
Here, I already got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's better if I send it to you because I don't think you can hear sound through my.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I gotta switch to the pause screen.
This is great content for all of our viewers who don't care about baseball.
Hey, it's.
But I don't care. It's our stream, and we had fun.
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. So this is the highlight of Spencer Steer's walk-off.
Spencer Steer was singled once, walked twice. He is also struck out. That is caught! Left center! Reds win!
Watch them take off my man's whole jersey.
They strip him down.
The Rally Reds do it again. A thriller in 11, 7-5. They're ripping his jersey off.
It was legitimately, it was so. If I could find the Elly one, we could show that highlight too, like the throw out at home plate. But I don't know if we could find that one as easy. But
yeah, I don't know. They tried to tear off his jersey. You could see it in the replay. And I guess those jerseys they were wearing were really like tough because they couldn't tear it.
There's
So,
just,
like, they had
there's
to
just a minute where like he's stuck and like it's like 4 dudes trying to get it off of him.
But yeah, awesome game. Awesome game.
Yeah, it was really some highlights from the game. Cuz I'm an Orioles fan. I'm kind of like I've become a Reds fan through now living here and like watching a lot of Reds games with Scott and stuff, but I'm from Baltimore, so I'm an Orioles fan. But I was there and I had like a Reds hat on and everything. I was cheering. It was a really good time. It was great. There was this fucking dude next to me. There were these people all around us. They were vibing. They were having a great time. There was this dude behind me that he kept, every time a player would come up for the Padres, like Machado or Soto, he would be like, Soto, go back to DC. Like he would like yell at them, like to go back to the teams they formerly played for. And he was having his wife fact check. He'd be like, look up Juan Soto MLB history and make sure he played for this team. Make sure I'm getting it right. Which was really funny. Then there was this fucking gnat in me. I'm gonna lose my actual mind. He fucking ooh. There's this dude next to me that like when I told him I was from Baltimore, he kept like every time the Reds would do anything, he would like fist bump me and he'd be like Reds fan, and I'd be like Reds fan. And like so like when we hit the walk-off, he leaned past his wife and like held out his fist to me. It was like Reds fan, and I was like Reds fan. Because like all game he was talking to me.
In the same vein, by the way, there was this dude who was like really drunk, a couple rows down from us. He was just spitting in the aisle constantly. But after the game, he was walking up to like leave, and he walks by me and he looks at me and he sees that I'm hyped up, so he just fucking screams in my face, and I scream back at him. I don't know, it was like a primal urge took over to just scream.
Those weren't even the same guys. The spitting guy and the guy that yelled at you.
Yeah, it was. There might have been 2 spitting guys.
No, because the guy that yelled at you was the guy who was sitting in front of us who yelled the Jesus is a carpenter thing.
Oh, was it?
He was the guy that was super drunk.
Nah, whatever. We're all Reds fans here. Reds fan.
There was also there was a point where Tatis came up to bat. And for those who don't know, Fernando Tatis Jr. is a young player in the MLB who was very liked for a while for being very fun and exciting, and then he popped for steroids, and so now he's not very well liked, and the whole crowd chanted steroids while this man was up the bat. This man
that was fun too.
He swung out of his shoes that at bat. I mean, he wanted it.
He fell down.
Bad. Yeah, he did. He did swing so hard at one point that he fell down. And then he doubled like the next inning. So
the steroids double.
I don't know if you know when he scored, he like smacked dirt towards the crowd. I don't know if you saw that.
I did, yes.
Yeah, he was not happy about but the whole crowd, because normally you'll have stuff like that, but it was like, it'll be like a small section, be like steroids. I mean, this was like the whole behind home plate was fucking. Scott and I were like sitting there, and we heard the crowd, and we looked at each other, and then we start going steroids. Like we joined in at the exact same time. Yeah, it was really fun. It was a really good time.
So if you're in the Cincinnati area and you have any interest in baseball, I would recommend going to a Reds game. That was quite a fun time.
As an Astros fan, I know shame, man. I can't believe they cheated. I feel bad for you in that sense, because I feel bad for the Astros fans that had to watch a team that was so awful for so long, and then they finally become good, and not just good. I mean, they become like the best team of like the fucking last decade, and then they fucking get caught for cheating, and it's like now the Astros just can't escape that. And also like your best players, like now you can't really, like now Altuve's gone from being like baseball's darling to being like one of baseball's like most hated players. And like, you know, like I mean, I know Correa's gone now, but Correa, Springer, all those guys are really widely disliked now. So I do feel bad for the fans of the Astros.
Ironically, I actually feel like George Springer got not very much hate out of
That's
it because
fair.
I don't think he was with the Astros when the story broke. Like he was in 2017, but I think he was already with the Blue Jays when the story came out.
I also don't really
So I
remember
think
him
he was
saying
able to
much
get away
about
with it.
I think the reason Correa got so much hate is because he kept talking about it. And same with Altuve.
Correa had foot and mouth syndrome and would always say the worst possible thing.
Correa has the incredible quote of what was it? It was like, we didn't need to cheat to beat them. We could have beaten them even without cheating.
Yes.
Which is really funny. Like when you think about it, it's a really crazy thing to say. But I also feel like it wouldn't be as bad for the Astros if they had gotten punished in any sizable way, because then I feel like people wouldn't care as much. Hope you all have a great stream. I'm about to start mine here soon. I'll definitely stop by next time. Good luck with your stream, homie.
Good luck with the stream.
So when did you guys decide
Although
to
Correa
no,
got
sorry.
his comeuppance in the sense that he turned down $300 million and then like waited a year and then tried to sign another deal for like $300 million. And then they found out he didn't have like a foot or something.
That is true.
He had like some horrible undisclosed condition with his foot where no team would give him any amount of money.
It was so bad that he was like wearing the Giants uniform about to be announced as a Giant, and then they nixed the deal.
Yes, and then he went and signed with the Mets instead because the Giants pulled the deal and wanted to renegotiate. So he went and signed with the Mets, and the Mets were like, "Hell yeah, we'll sign you," and that's a fun time. We're gonna have Carlos Correa. And then like a week later, they were like, actually though, let's renegotiate.
And then he just re-signed with the Twins again, didn't he?
Yeah, for like half the amount of money that he was gonna get originally.
And then I think he's already been on the injured list with a foot thing.
I think so, yeah.
Classic Carlos. So when did you guys decide to change from an art stream to a baseball podcast? It's just a good time of year. It's the middle of baseball season. Scott and I's teams are good, which hasn't happened in a long time. I mean, the Orioles and Reds. Let me tell you the tale of the Orioles. We lost 115 games in 2018. For reference, a baseball season is 162 games. That means out of a 162 game season, the Orioles were so bad in 2018 that we lost 115 of them. Then we lost like 110, and then it was the COVID season, so like there wasn't that many games played. And then we lost like another 110. And now we're one of the best teams in the league. We have 4 All-Stars right now. It's great. It's all because of Adley Rutschman.
Meanwhile, the Reds lost 100 games just last year and then decided this year to be good. So here I am. They called up all of their good young players at the same time.
So if you don't know anything about
now.
baseball and you don't have any location bias, just become a Red or Orioles fan. There's a lot of suffering to be had, but the suffering's over for right now.
Here was the real thing about this stream is that, yes, it's an art stream, but it's also just an us stream. So we kind of do whatever. Like, we've played chess on stream before. We've played stick fight on stream before.
On stream, yeah.
So, I mean, like, it's pretty eclectic. It's not always art, although it is mostly art.
But yeah, baseball's good right now. The Orioles play the Yankees tonight. That'll be fun.
We play the Nationals.
Our last series before the All-Star break, I think.
Really?
Oh wait, no. When's the All-Star break?
I don't know. We have 2 more series before the All-Star break.
We might also have 2. I honestly thought it was closer than it was. No. We have another series against the Twins again before the All-Star break. My bad. And then afterwards we play the Marlins and the Dodgers. What the fuck? And the Phillies. What the fuck is this schedule?
Well, if it makes you feel better, we play our last series before the All-Star break is a 4-game series against the Brewers. And then our first series after the All-Star break is a 4-game series against the Brewers.
That's gonna decide your guys' division.
Yeah, I don't know, because the Reds and Brewers are 1 and 2 in the division. So actually, I think we're tied for first place right now. So whoever wins the majority of these games, like if it's decided or what word am I looking for? Decisive. If it's decisive, pretty much decides the division.
God damn, that's 8 games you're playing against them. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's like almost your whole season series right there.
I guess when they were making the schedule, they didn't expect that we would be tied for first at this time.
Yeah, they probably thought the Cardinals would be up there.
Joke's on them.
Hello, love your hair, Bryce. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I just re-dyed it about an hour ago.
Is that true?
Uh-huh.
Neat. Are you still in that same bottle?
Yeah. I don't need to use a lot of it.
Damn.
I also don't use it every single time I shower. I use it when
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Yeah. But yeah, I only use it when I wash my hair. Or when my hair starts to fade. Yes, you're not supposed to, you say, but that is what your Amy told me to do.
You can't always listen to her.
Well, how's your Monday been, Scott?
Pretty tight. We went to the post office.
We did go to the post office. We mailed out like 80 something books today.
That's true. We did. It was heavy.
It was heavy. You know, I actually should probably check and make sure that they actually got like scanned in. I'll do that after stream. Going to the it stormed like crazy here yesterday. Scott and I were driving to the post office. There were fallen trees everywhere, like just laying in the middle of the road. We had to drive around a fallen tree.
This is your first summer in the Midwest.
Yes.
So anybody of our viewers that is from the Midwest knows what you're in store for.
It's very
Just
different.
a lot of that.
It's very different than the East Coast. I'm not used to this.
It's all right. We like storms here. It makes our crops grow.
So you're saying I should become a farmer?
Yeah. Why does it keep saying welcome to the chat room over and over again?
I don't know. It never does this for me, but you have brought this up many times that this always happens to you.
Really?
Yeah. This is
It doesn't do this for you?
No, it has never once done that for me.
Okay. Tight.
Oh shit. I pulled up the Reds thing again by accident. Yeah, no, it's never once done that for me.
Interesting. Do I have that logo saved anywhere?
You mean the one you drew for our book?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have it?
I just don't know if I have it saved by itself.
Why wouldn't you do that?
I don't know. I'm not very smart. What do you want from me?
True. Got him. Got him.
Got it.
What is your, you often talk about how you don't really like doing design work, like logo work and stuff. Just because it's not like your forte. Yeah. But you've done quite a bit of them, just from the nature of it. Do you have any one that you like the most?
I don't know, really, because most of them are just stuff like this. Like normally I just go for some sort of typeface. I don't do like anything clever, I guess. I guess. So I don't know that I have any that really stand out to me in any meaningful way.
You heard it here first. Scott's not clever.
No, that's true. I'll own up to that. Cheers, bro. I'll drink to that.
By the way, what's up with PS2 memory card? Why is that the title? Well, we needed a title, and that was the first thing to pop into my head.
Yeah, because he rejected my title.
Well, I just didn't know you actually wanted me to name it BP Oil Spill.
It's topical.
When you said that, I thought, what do you mean it's topical?
People always be talking about
everyone's still really hung up on the BP Oil Spill.
I go down to the club, you know what I mean? First thing I walk in, they go,
down to
"Hey,
the
Scott."
They're still
I go
talking
down.
about it.
Oh no. Oh no. He said.
I do like the Crab Girl artwork. I think she's pretty.
Thanks.
You should draw Alfredo in the middle of the BP Oil Spill.
You know what? You know what? If I had been on Twitter when that happened, maybe I would have.
Yeah, so that's the reason.
People could have gotten mad at me and been like, "Ah, you're making light of an ecological disaster."
You know, our Amy's are out shopping right now for the Barbie movie. We've talked about this in stream about how they're gonna go see the Barbie movie together. They are currently out shopping to prepare to go see the Barbie movie.
Yeah, my Amy was like, "I want to get like a pair of pants." I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "I'm hoping that I won't be at the mall for more than," and she thought for a second, and then she goes, 2 hours. And I'm like, 2 hours to buy a pair of pants? She's like, "Well, I have to try them on." I'm like, 2 hours to try on a pair of pants? So I don't understand.
Yeah, she and Miami. It's really funny that Miami messaged me and said I'm buying a pair of pants, like just a few minutes ago. Yeah, Miami came back and she's like, I just got pink nail polish, and then she painted her nails, and she's like, I think I'm also gonna I'm gonna wear pink lipstick and put my hair in pigtails. And I'm gonna buy these jeans, and I'm gonna do this and that. And I'm like, and then she was like, I'm just really excited for the experience of seeing the Barbie movie. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I think it stopped being about the movie a long time ago.
I don't know if it was ever about the movie at this point. I've heard them talk a lot less about the movie and a lot more about the pink popcorn and just how the theater's gonna be hype and everyone's gonna be wearing pink. And I just didn't know that this was gonna be a whole phenomenon. Echo said you need to prepare for it, Bryce. It's an experience. I don't hear anybody dressing up as Ryan Gosling.
I'm sure there will be some Kens there.
Oh god, imagine people that go as a couple, one dressed as Ken, one dressed as Barbie.
Ugh. Ugh.
We should have gone, but we should have dressed as Barbie and made our Amy's dress as Ken. Really subverted expectations.
So I googled Ryan Gosling. Okay, I was gonna pull up a picture of Ryan Gosling. I don't know why really, but this is the first one that came up, and he really looks like Owen Wilson here. like pre-plastic surgery Owen Wilson. So I got that going for me.
Which is nice.
Which is nice.
Ingo said, to be honest, the last time I tried to put on a pair of pants that wasn't for sports, I didn't fit in any. What does this mean, Ingo? Unravel this for me.
Maybe they don't make a size.
It means what it says.
All right. Any that you owned, or any in the world?
Oh, Ingo said I didn't fit in any of my pants. The way that was worded, I thought you meant just you have been searching for a pair of pants that you can one day fit in. It's this magical item. The pair of Ingo fitting pants. I was half expecting one of our Amy's to message us and be like, "Stop talking shit about us on stream."
They can't be watching stream. They're buying pants.
That is, that is fair. I feel like they're gonna come home with a lot more than just pants.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't really know what they're gonna do. My Amy was like, "Ooh, I could get this pair of high heels," and she's like, "But I'd probably only wear them once." Blah blah blah. And then I was like, "Well, then why would you get them?" And she was just like, "That's a good point you bring up." But I don't think I convinced her. No. Scott, think fast. What's the name of the main character in Halo? Oh, you fucked up. Scott's played all the Halos.
I have played all of the Halo games. It's Cortana.
Yeah, it's the Arbiter.
Yeah. It's actually oh shit. Jeff from Rooster Teeth. I don't know.
Me, Scott, and Echo literally played through Halo 3, 4, Reach, and ODST just like a few months ago. I think we've talked on stream about how awful 4 is.
It's really bad.
How dog water that game is.
ODST is also not very good.
ODST is a cool story and a bad game.
It's a cool story. It's like fine. It's just a bad Halo game.
If you cut the backtracking out of that game, it's so much better. Like if you cut the like having to keep walking back and forth through the same city over and over, ODST would be all.
I just hated how it was literally like a Call of Duty game.
That's fair.
I would say super dark.
Reach is where it starts to feel more like a Call of Duty game to me. Reach is where the art style changes totally, and like you can sprint all of a sudden. Reach also isn't that good.
Yeah, but ODST is like super dark. That's what I mean when I say it's like a Call of Duty game. It's like everything's dimly lit. All the enemies are
also, I don't
dimly
remember
lit.
which game it is. It might be Reach, but we played all these games on Legendary. Sometimes to our detriment. I think it's on Reach. There's this one mission where you gotta fly a Banshee in space, and you gotta fucking. It's just awful. It's just on Legendary. It's just awful. It's just an awful experience.
Was it 4 that was like the Legendary was too hard to even play?
It wasn't even that it was too hard. It was too bullshitty. That's what I remember. Like it was just like everything would instant kill you. It felt like, and it just wasn't even fun.
Also had like really inconsistent respawns and stuff.
Dude, the
Yeah, it was a bad
respawns were
game.
crazy. Yeah, we quit on that fucking level where you're like taking the giant elevator across the room. And we got like halfway through it, and then I remember we all died, and it took us back to like the very beginning. And we were like, no. Oh yeah, because Echo said, because only the Promethean weapons did any damage. That is true. That's the biggest problem with 4. 4 has so many fucking guns, and none of them are good. Except for those stupid fucking Promethean weapons. It's awful. Bad game. So anyway, the Arbiter.
So the Arbiter.
Which is
You know, I watched, speaking of Wes Anderson, I watched Grand Budapest Hotel last night.
Oh yeah?
It was really good, actually. I think I liked it a little bit more than Asteroid City. It was, I think you would like it a lot more because it's less Wes Anderson-y. But it's really good. It has a lot more cohesive story than Asteroid City, although I don't think it's as witty or funny. I could easily see a lot of people liking it a lot more. I think it drags on at some point, like just barely, but I think it does, which hurts it. But that's probably like the only bad thing I have to say about it.
Yeah, Asteroid City was the first Wes Anderson movie I ever saw. I've never seen Fantastic Mr. Fox or anything like that.
I didn't know what he looked like in person, so I looked it up. It's exactly what you would expect.
Oh yeah, yeah. He has like his
Yeah.
long hair and everything.
Yeah.
He honestly looks kind of like a baseball player, like a really shitty like fourth outfielder.
That or it looks a little bit like Heath Ledger, unless I'm forgetting what Heath Ledger looks like.
Echo said, "Great movie."
Grand Budapest Hotel? Yeah.
Is it about a hotel in Budapest?
Yes, it is.
Is it about
In,
a grand hotel in Budapest?
Yes. And it takes place just before the Second World War. And that plays into the story a little bit.
Would you say that it stars Budapest?
I would say that it stars whoever the lead actor is, though.
So
I don't
you would
remember
not say
his
that
name.
Budapest plays enough of a role to be considered a star of the movie.
Moving on. Connecting to chat. It says I'm not even connected to chat. What is happening?
I don't know what your problem is. I don't ever have this problem.
I just keep saying welcome to chat room.
Well, are you feeling welcomed yet?
No, I feel like I keep getting booted out.
Well, maybe you should start feeling welcomed. You know, I started playing a new game. You're not going to care about this, Scott, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Started playing Risk of Rain 2 lately. Me and Shroom were really bored the other night.
I actually like that game.
You've played Risk of Rain 2?
No, I have no idea what that is.
That really threw me for a loop. Yo, Echo said, bro, just let me know I love Risk of Rain 2. Oh shit. Okay. One night we're gonna all have to fucking play it together. Yeah, me and Shroom just started playing. Like I've played it for like 5 or 6 hours because I love roguelikes. It's like one of my favorite genre of game. Shroom hates them. Really doesn't like them because he doesn't really like 2D games that much. Like he'll play some, but he doesn't play many, and so I've never been able to convince him to try anything. And then so I was like, I want to play Risk of Rain 2. I know it's multiplayer, like, and I sold him on it. This game, the gameplay is so fucking good. It's so fun. I don't know. I really like it. I started playing Huntress because I really like fast movement characters, and I'd rather be squishy. She's really fun because crazy movement. And that's really fun. But the fucking the bandit does the craziest damage I've fucking seen. I mean, he always crits from behind. Fucking insane. You can just annihilate like the first 3 bosses in like 15 seconds. It's actually crazy. Yeah, those are the 2 characters I've played most so far, but I really like Huntress. I don't like the first guy, Commando, that much because he just feels pretty bland. I know Shroom so far, he likes Bandit, and I forget his name, but the fucking Bastion looking motherfucker, the robot guy. Because we haven't unlocked many of the characters yet. Yeah, it's really good.
It's 4 players. Why haven't you mentioned this to me before?
I don't know. I just didn't think it'd be something you'd like. We could all 4 play one night. It's only like $10 right now.
Yeah. I was looking for new games.
It's really fun. I mean, it's really good. Me and Shroom were like, okay, yeah, we'll play it a little bit. We ended up playing it for like 4 hours that night. Because it also has this really great system where you want to move as quickly as possible through the levels, because as time goes up, the difficult, like, it gets harder. Like, there's a difficulty meter that's constantly going up, and so it's this delicate balance of wanting to gear up and be as strong as you can, but also wanting to move as quickly as you can, so that you so that the difficulty does, like, you can get to like the 3rd or 4th world and like just not even be on hard difficulty yet if you're quick enough. But again, it's just all that balance. It's really fun. I really like it. I've never played the first Risk of Rain. But I've heard so many people talk about this one that I finally bit the bullet on it.
Yeah, we should play that this week. Anything to stop us from playing Fortnite.
That is fair. You getting over Fortnite a little bit? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if it's that or just that I really don't want to play Fortnite. Like, I mean, it's like the act of having played Fortnite. I just feel dirty the next day, walking around. People being like, "What'd you do last night?"
Being a little Fortniter.
And I'm like, "I played Fortnite," and they're like, "Ugh." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Somebody posted in our server the other day. Somebody mentioned Fortnite, and some guy was like, "The only person that plays Fortnite are 13-year-olds with just nothing to do with their lives," and I was just like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. So it's good. It's good. We should move on to that game.
Shroom also wants us all to play this other game that he's not sure if you will like. We're pretty sure Echo will like it. But you're always Shroom and I do this thing where we have lists of games for him and I to play and lists of games for all four of us to play, and you're always the hang up. Like we're like, "Oh, we don't think Scott would like that." So we talk about you. There's this game called Friends versus Friends. It's like a 2v2 shooter game. It's like first person shooter game, but with like a deck building mechanic. I don't really understand the deck building mechanic, but I know you've wanted a 2v2 game, which is how we found this. It's like $5.
Well, I'll say this. I'm actually a little surprised at you, Bryce. If you'll remember from the many years you've known me, I'm pretty open to playing just about anything in a group setting. It's by myself that I don't like video games.
That is fair. But yeah, Friends versus Friends is another one that Shroom wants to try out. Him and I were gonna try it just me, and then see if it was good. But if we all four want to play it, then we should all, because like I said, it's 2v2. Because I think that'd be really fun too. The tip I hear people say is to not spend more than 5 minutes before teleporting. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good way to do it, based off the little bit I've played. Now here's a question I guess I'll ask chat because I'm curious. I've done some of my own research about it, but I guess it's always just better to hear actual people's reactions. If anyone here has played them, I've never played any of the first 6 Final Fantasy games. I've never played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And I know the Pixel remasters are, I know all about them. I know they don't have the DS like content. They don't have the GBA content and everything. They're purely remasters of the original games. I know that. But are they all worth playing, or are just the ones that are considered like I know 4, 5, and 6 are widely considered worth playing. 5 is actually the one that intrigues me the most because I really love job systems in games. I'm like anything with a class or job system gets me really excited. But are 2 or 1, 2, and 3 worth playing? I know 2 is like universally not liked. But I'm just curious here if anyone has any opinions. And also opinions on the Pixel remasters. Because they're expensive. They're like, for all 6 of them, it's like $75. And for just for Final Fantasy V, just like a remaster of a Super Nintendo game, it's like $20. That's just a lot of money. So I'm curious if anyone here has any opinions about that.
I don't.
I know you don't. I'm not talking to you. Never touched a Final Fantasy game myself, though I'm in the same with job systems, bring another layer of immersion. Yeah, I don't know why. I really like. I think it comes from playing World of Warcraft a lot growing up, and I really like the classes. That was like my first experience with it as a kid, and I don't know, any game now where I can like have a class, or especially where it's something where I can change classes or change jobs or something like that. I don't know, it makes me happy.
Now, chess kind of has a job system.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Yeah, because, you have the rooks, and you have the bishops,
I mean, that is kind of true. You're kind of cooking a little bit.
Yeah.
Where's the chess
This
skill
is the
tree?
original. This is the original job system game. Real talk for a second. I'm going to talk about chess some more. Part of why I think it's so fucking cool is because I've been studying this opening, the Ponziani, and I was reading about it. This was an opening that was invented in the 1400s, like 600 years ago. And here I am learning the same opening. I think that is so sick. I don't know why. I just think it's neat, I guess. That's my contribution.
Is it what's it named after? I'm always curious about what chess openings are named after.
I have no idea. Probably the guy that invented it, but I don't know the answer to that.
Like the London opening, right? Like, why is that called the London opening?
I don't know. Probably was popular in London.
I'm gonna look up the Ponzi scheme opening.
Actually, I do know that the name Ponziani comes from one of the lines that gets played in retaliation against it. I don't remember exactly what the reasoning for that is, but I do know that's how it got the name, is that one of the responses has something to do with that.
Okay. The Ponziani is one of the oldest chess openings, having been discussed in literature in 1497. It was advocated by Howard Staunton, generally considered the world's strongest chess player from 1843 to 1851. What a very specific... That's only like 10 years. What a very specific frame of time. Today...
Chess evolves, bro.
It was originally known as the Staunton opening or the English Knights game, but today it is known by the name of Domenico Lorenzo Ponziani, whose main contribution was his introduction in 1769 of the counter gambit 3f5.
Yes.
The opening is now considered inferior to 3bb5, the Rue Lopez, and 3bc4, the Italian game, and is rarely seen today in any level of play, although Magnus Carlsen used it for a victory in 2013.
Well, that was Magnus Carlsen, so
it was also
that hardly
successfully
counts.
played by Hikaru, or in the Grandmaster game between Hikaru Nakamura and Julio Becerra Rivero, but it does not say who played it. It just says.
It's fun. It's a really fun opening for like beginners, which is me. I'm beginner.
You think we can get the Scott opening in the Ingo defense?
Well, the Scott opening is that I play the first couple moves of an opening, and then I forget what the proper line is in response to whatever my opponent
I did watch
does.
Scott. Him and I played a game the other day, and he was like, he's about to beat me, and like it was. I don't remember the situation. I think it was like he had a queen and a king, and I had just a king, and so it was like trying to not do a stalemate. And he was like, I know this. And he pauses. He goes, "You've played this on chess.com, Scott. You know this. You practiced for this. You practiced." And he like reached for a piece, and he stopped, and he like put his head in his hand, and he thought. It was like, "I know this. I know this. And then he won. It was literally
Hey,
like
I knew it.
I watched him dig into his brain for it. It was very funny. He did. It was pretty funny. He did have a blunder that should have cost him his queen, but I was too stupid to see it. So it's like one of those like where he did win, but then he was just mad because technically he only won because I was stupid and didn't see something. Like he still made a really bad move.
My estimated elo by chess.com at the end of the game would have been low had we played on chess.com.
Yeah, this is Isabel that you're drawing.
This is Isabel, though.
Isabel Voigt.
Isabel Voigt. Daughter of Carl Voigt,
Carl with a C.
which is not an important plot point at all.
No, but Carl can be with a C. You're okay.
No, I was talking about the fact that it was a joke. 'Cause I was talking about her being his daughter.
Who being whose daughter? The Ponziani. Yay!
Yay! Also, the problem is I wanted to practice that opening some more, but the last like 3 times I've gone to play chess for an extended period, one time chess.com was down and I couldn't even play. That was really tragic. The other time, I kept getting black. I kept getting the black pieces, so I couldn't even play the opening. I know that this is a real problem that a lot of people feel a lot of sympathy.
This is it's rough out there for a chess player.
For all the dogs.
What I've learned from my question about Final Fantasy is that nobody has ever played Final Fantasy 1 through 6. That's what I've taken from this.
That makes sense, I guess.
No, it doesn't. Final Fantasy 6 is a very beloved game.
Well, you're not.
Now, you know, Scott, you know
Got
when
him.
Final Fantasy was released in America, you know the release order? It did not go in actual order. It went 1, 2, 3, 7. Do you know why that is?
No.
It's because they did not release most of them in America. Well, not most. They didn't release them, and it's especially funny. It's especially confusing when you account for the fact that Final Fantasy 2 and 3 are actually not Final Fantasy 2 and 3 here in America. So it was in America what we got Final Fantasy 1 as Final Fantasy 1, and then we got Final Fantasy 2, which was actually Final Fantasy 4, and then we got Final Fantasy 3, which was actually Final Fantasy 6. And then Final Fantasy got really popular, and so they released Final Fantasy 7 because it was their next big thing. And then they went back and then they re-released 5 and 2 and 3.
Now, can I ask for some clarification?
Uh-huh.
You asked me, you go, do you know why they didn't release, you know, like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I don't know why. And then you go, because they didn't release them in America.
Yeah.
So, okay, I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. I feel like I missed a step there, but if I didn't, then
I don't actually pay attention to you. I just talk. So my sister played 2 and thought it was dog shit. The level up system is weird. Every stat's leveled up by you, so the only way to level up your HP is to get hit. I have heard that. Every time I hear people talk about 2, they talk about how it's just like really weird and there's a lot of weird systems. I have heard that you have to use your moves. It's kind of like, I know in 8, a big thing a lot of people have with 8 is that like in 8 you don't get like your magic spells. It's not like you like, okay, you've gained the fire spell or you've gained like the thunder spell. You like steal, like they're like items. So like you steal fire spells from enemies. So you can like stockpile like 100 fire spells just from like stealing enemies, but like you have a quantity of them. I know that is one of people's many problems with 8.
it's weird. I never had that problem when I played.
Yeah, all the times you've played Final Fantasy. Scott, who's the main character of Final Fantasy 8?
Link. No, hold on, wait. I know this. Cloud.
No. It's Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter.
They're different.
No one likes those games.
Yeah, nobody ever has liked Final Fantasy 7.
Nobody really does. They're just lying when they say they do.
It's Squall, in case you're wondering. It's the main character of Final Fantasy 8.
That's not a real name.
Yeah, it's Squall.
Squall.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
When he's in Kingdom Hearts and they renamed him Leon in Kingdom Hearts. I don't know why, but in Kingdom Hearts they just call him Leon instead of Squall.
This is completely off topic. There was a word or a name that you used to say with like a really funny emphasis. It was like Jacob, but I can't remember why that was a name you would say a lot. So I don't think it was Jacob. What was it? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I feel like I remember what you're talking about, but I don't like remember the name or anything.
Because it was like it was like the name Jacob, but you would say like Jacob, like you'd really enunciate it. And then also I remember Byron. You would say Byron every time.
Yeah, no, that's just because I'm stupid.
But I don't remember what that or why you would be saying the name Jacob to me a lot. That I would have noticed that.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. Let me go.
Oh well.
I'll think on it and see if I can remember it. For some reason, Jacob feels right, but I don't think.
Yeah, but I don't know why you would have been
No,
saying that.
I don't think it's that. Just because I don't know why. I never really hung out with anybody that went by Jacob or anything.
You did it right then too.
I mean, I do it with that because I remember that being brought up as part of it, but I don't think that was the name. But I do know, yeah.
Maybe it was like a story character.
Maybe, I don't know.
But I don't think that we would have. It would have been one of our stories, because I don't like the name Jacob. No offense to anybody named Jacob. I just
There's
don't
nothing
like your
wrong
name.
with you, Jacob.
Byron.
I played Final Fantasy IX. Freya's my main gal. I've never played 7, but I'm thinking of getting an emulator, giving it a go. Final Fantasy 7's very good. Yeah, it's really good. It was the first Final Fantasy I ever beat. It has the greatest gal in gaming in it, in Tifa. So, I mean,
Goat.
which is nice.
Which is nice. Even I've drawn Tifa fan art.
Everyone likes Tifa, and that's a fact.
You can't go wrong with a well-endowed woman
That
in
can
a white
kick your
tank top
ass.
that can kick your ass. Really, everything about it.
And, you know, speaking of the Ponziani opening, the Italians love her. From what I've
True.
heard.
True. I feel like that's like one of the funnier things that's ever happened, but for some reason I also feel like it's just going to be completely lost to time. Like I feel like in a little while, like nobody's going to remember that happened like years from now.
It was weird because it was such a specific, like, thing that happened, and I feel like it was mostly made fun of in like the Twitter art. Like I don't remember hearing many people talk about it outside of like Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, Final Fantasy 7, very good. Big recommend. There's a reason it's considered one of the best games of all time.
Well, I don't consider it one of the best games of all time.
Goddamn, he said it.
And as we all know, I'm the authority on such matters as this.
You heard it here first, folks. If your name is Jacob, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, fuck off. No, I'm kidding.
Fucking
I love you even if you have a
Jacobs.
terrible name. I took a trip and I took an apple,
No.
a banana, a cat, a didgeridoo, an elephant. It was an elephant, right?
Yes.
I think it was an elephant. Oh, word I can't say, word I can't say. Word I can't say. Himbo. Another word I can't say. Jet. Kangaroo. Lemon. Mesothelioma.
I forgot.
Nuisance. Onomatopoeia. Penguin, like from Mr. Popper's Penguins. Quagmire. Railroad. Sandwich. Turtle. Umbrella. I think that's I don't remember anything after that.
Wow.
I don't remember V. Because I think that Amy and I finished it like during the game or before the game started.
You did indeed. You know, Scott, I hope that you
Yeah.
one day get what? Huh?
What? Huh?
I was just gonna say something stupid. Never mind. I don't even want to say it anymore. I don't
Good
even want
times.
to talk anymore. We should do a
You don't
stream
even want-
where
Uh-huh.
we just replay all of those clips Ingo sent us, like a replay stream.
It's like a
it's-
clip show from like a
Yeah.
sitcom.
Yeah, and like it's literally not just it's just 2 hours of just lazily strung together clips.
Do we have that many clips? We'll loop them.
I don't know. The one where Echo talks about the screw on dick is pretty long. So that one could eat up a big chunk of time. That and the one we're talking about the guy named Hector that like fished your ass. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yes.
Old viewers of the stream will remember this stream where we talk. I fucking don't even remember fully what it was, but it's like
It was like you have unlimited money, but every time you spent even
Yeah.
$1, a guy named Hector shows up and has to fist your asshole.
yeah, and the logic for it that we came up with was that like he has to like get the money out of you. I remember.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
He has
yeah.
to reach in your ass and get the money. And so we had one of our big first funny stream debates was me, Scott, Echo, and Fly, all debating about if you'd let Hector fist your ass to have unlimited money.
I remember there was somebody in the server and they hadn't ever like tuned into stream before. And so they decided to one day. They were like, I'm gonna tune into stream, see what it's like. And it was the stream where I drew the giant sperm. Or no, I think you drew the giant
I drew
sperm.
the giant sperm.
Yeah, and so for most of the stream, it was just us talking about a gigantic sperm and with a drawing of a gigantic sperm on the screen. And they never tuned into a stream again after that. It
Yeah,
wasn't for them.
Yeah, we had this question of like, what was it? It's like infinite money, but every time you come, your sperm becomes one giant sperm that you then have to kill. Like you have to fist fight
Yes.
it.
I
And so,
think so.
I drew a giant. No. It was like a combination of a few different hypotheticals because I remember what I drew was a man saying like, at least I can tell the weather, because it was. It was
Yes.
something like you have the power to always tell the weather, but like anytime you masturbate, it was some combination of hypotheticals. I remember that, and we were like on fiercely opposite ends of it. I remember Echo was involved too, but I remember I drew a giant sperm wearing boxing gloves and a man holding a little umbrella as it rains on him, yelling, "At least I can tell the weather," as he is being
Yes, because
attacked
there
by the
was
sperm.
a hypothetical that was like, what, like, would you take $1 million or the ability to always accurately predict the weather or something like that? And it was a big point of contention. I forgot about that. Do we still have that drawing? That was
Oh yeah,
fucking
I
hilarious.
can pull it up. Yeah. Well, I have the clip actually, but I don't know if I have the actual drawing. But I can just pull up the clip and show it. Hold on. Give me a sec. I have to figure out which one of these clips Ingo sent me is the one. So you fill time.
Well, as we see here, I'm putting colors into the drawing, coloring the image, so that it has color.
I see.
Don't want to do black and white for this drawing, although nothing wrong with black and white. I did a whole book, black and white, Panty Bear.
I can't find it.
It's got that story.
I know it's here.
What do you mean you can't find
I
it?
just don't know which one it is. There's a lot of clips. What do you want from me? You want to watch every single clip right now and try and find it?
Yes.
Okay, well, fine. Then I'm gonna be here quiet.
Well, I think I was doing a good job entertaining people.
Well, it was pretty funny. In the middle of that, I loaded up one of the videos, and it's just you going, "Wah!" And so you were cut out by your own self laughing.
Good. Well, we're back to coloring
Okay.
the images. We're back to making sure everything is in color. That's what the people want. On Twitter, helps your reach, your engagement, being in color. You don't want a black on white image. It hurts the algorithm. Although, thanks to the recent changes by Elon, there's no such thing as engagement anymore. There's no point in even posting, really. We should all just give up or move to DeviantArt or Newgrounds, or start your own Discord server. Elon can't take that away unless he buys Discord too, and he might. But I've not heard
I just can't find it.
any indication.
I just can't find it. It doesn't
indication
exist.
that he's gonna do
I'm about to
that.
just randomly show a random clip instead, just to make up for me not being able to find it.
That has to exist somewhere.
I know it exists. Actually, you know what? Here, hold on. Let me cook. I know I can get it real quick. We're gonna go to the pause screen, so you definitely really need to talk now. So get back to talking.
Well, I was talking about Elon, our Lord and Savior, potentially purchasing Discord, which, as I was discussing, I don't think there's any indication that that's going to happen. But I would have said the same thing about Twitter not very long ago. And then that happened. So what we do is Leafy Toby says, please stop doing the I don't know what you're talking about, Leafy Toby. I'm just having a conversation. And I'm hoping we can all get along. That's good.
Stupid. Why did I make it?
I don't know. It's really funny.
I found it because I was like, I remember sending it to Echo. Oh wait, this is So that's it. Yeah. So there we go, which is nice.
Which is nice. All right, I'm glad that I was able to get everybody through that with my my babbling.
So we found it, everyone.
We did it, Reddit.
Fun fact: I have that saved when I sent that to Echo as masterpiece. So
Good.
Well, Scott, let's get topical real quick.
Topical.
Leafy Toby asked, you have any big eating plans for 4th of July?
No, I don't. I actually, when is the 4th of July? Tomorrow? No, I didn't even know that it was tomorrow. I think I'm baking chicken, so I got that going for me. Which is nice.
At the Reds game we went to, when they did the national anthem, they fucking flew an eagle out into the stadium. That was goddamn
true.
American, okay? This eagle flew. They freed an eagle, and it flew to a man's hand down in the middle of the stadium.
And then tried to leave, but the man held on to it.
It did. The bird really wanted to fly away. It was like, goddamn, I'm free, and the man would not let it go.
Ironic.
You know what they say, Scott? Freedom isn't free. Another topical question. Have you noticed an impact on views and likes and after the login and view limit changed to Twitter.com by Elon Musk?
I haven't posted enough to have noticed the difference. Like I posted today, but I'm sure that there is. The Twitter. I've not talked about it much, because I don't want to seem like I'm a Kelly complainer. Okay. But Twitter has been in the shits for a little while, right? Like, views, impressions down pretty much for everybody across the board. Nobody really knows what's going on. It's just a big mess right now. So I've not talked about it too much. There's a lot of stuff going on. Basically, the ability to post links has been removed. If you post a link, even in a reply to your post, it's just death immediately. So they pretty much got rid of that, which for people that make a living off of promoting things on Twitter, not great. Not a great time. Not a great thing that's happened, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Hopefully the limiting view thing is temporary. I've heard it's supposed to be pretty stupid. I mean, I couldn't imagine like even when Bryce sends me a link to something, like we tried to send each other links to something the other day. I think it was just like baseball highlights that were posted on Twitter, and like we couldn't do it because it was we like if you click on it in the Facebook Messenger app, you're not logged in, so it just doesn't work. It's really stupid. I mean, it's a terrible change, even beyond viewership and impression numbers. And things that actually matter for like art. It's just like a general use of the website terrible.
It's actually been the because right now for hockey it's started free agency, which is a very big news time. So it's been really fucking awful for everyone trying to keep up with the hockey news, to the point that the Carolina Hurricanes, like 2 days ago, just tweeted a link to a MySpace page and just said, come follow us on MySpace to hear about our free agent rumors, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah, bad time. I don't know. There's a rumor about like their cloud contract with Google ran out, and that's part of the reason that they have this change while they figure out how to fix that. I don't know if I believe that or if it's true. Like, I haven't seen anything that attests to the validity of it other than just seeing it be reported. But anybody that follows insiders for everything knows that they are wrong more often than they are right. So we'll just see. Actually, we'll probably never know if that's true or not. But
which isn't nice.
But yeah, big problem. Hard time to be a Twitter artist right now. It's not great. I will go as far as to say, I know that that's a bold stand. Wish things would go back to the way that they were, but it won't. It's Elon's world now. We're just living in it. That's my take on it. Like I said, I've avoided talking about it too terribly much because I don't want to seem like I'm complaining. Because people don't like it when you complain.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
This is the beginning of a
You
beautiful
just gotta think
friendship.
about the Regal commercial.
It always cheers me up for
When
one.
nobody else got me, the Regal commercial got me.
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
I wish there was something we could use that one for, but I don't know what it would be.
I still miss your voting poll game. Yeah. I mean, maybe it'll come back at some point in the future, but probably in a different version. And not until everything gets fixed. It was actually kind of sad because the last game that I did, there was some fuckery going on with Twitter. So, like, it didn't have nearly the reach that it normally does. And that kind of sucked. Not just because it didn't have high reach, but it kind of sucked because it was, like, supposed to be, like, a big finale. Not as many people got to see it as I would have liked, but, whatever. I'm not complaining. I wouldn't do that. I'm not a complainer. Except for all those other things I complain about.
mean,
Really, most of this stream is me complaining.
I think you have a right to complain about things that affect your job when it's somebody else affecting your job. I don't think anyone can give you shit for.
Took my germ.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll all work out. And if it doesn't, then we'll all go to a different website or something. And if we don't, then I don't know. I'll go work at a grocery store, I guess.
If we don't, then buy Kindred Heavens.
If we don't, go buy Kindred. Hey, if you guys want to support us in these times where Twitter's not working, you can buy our. Bryce, send the plug. Send all of them.
Oh.
All the links. Send every link we
Jesus
have.
Christ, stop. Okay, I'm not signed in on the Streamlabs still. You're stressing me out. Kindred Heavens. Panty Bear. Thing coming next month. Oh. Just that.
Just do that. Did you get shadow banned? Yes, I did. I've actually been shadow banned. I'm not right now, although it doesn't matter as much as it used to. But I've been pretty much shadow banned for every day except for like 3 or 4 this whole year. Which is why I've been at 590,000 followers for basically the entire calendar year so far. Because I just can't. It's just an impossible fucking barrier that I can't break. So I'm just hanging out. I won't do. Never gonna get to 600. Kind of sad. Oh well.
Oh hell, oh well.
Not complaining or anything. I wouldn't do that.
Hey, just arrived. Can you convince me to read Kindred Heavens? Well,
Play the trailer.
I mean, do you want me to actually play the trailer?
No, you can go watch the trailer though on the page. It's a book that we have been working on for a long time. How long would you say that we've been working on?
We started working.
Kindred
I can tell you
Heavens.
exactly when we started working on. We started working on Kindred Heavens. Pause, Scott, because this is going to alarm you. In April of 2021.
Jesus.
That was when we started working on Kindred Heavens.
Yeah, it's been a long time. A lot of rewrites, a lot of care put into it. I feel like when I always worry when you talk about like rewrites and things, people get the impression that it's like messy or bad. When I don't feel like that's the case, I like to think of it more as just there was a lot of care put into making it perfect and exactly the way that we wanted it. And obviously nothing's ever perfect, so like it's not exactly the way we want it. Nothing ever is. But we're really fucking proud of it. I mean, this is like the whole shit. I mean, honestly, all of the art stuff like Discord, Twitter, Patreon, all that stuff has been building to this. This is like the whole thing. This is the goal, the dream. Like without these, here, I'll pull up. Actually, you can also help get us over to 26,000 if you want. We're almost at 700 backers, which is cool. Like without this, there's no anything else. You know, this is the whole shit. Like Twitter, Patreon, all that stuff. It's all for this. It all is to serve this. Drawing Lucia and stuff, it's fun. Yeah, I like it. But this is the whole shit. You know, Kindred Heavens is the whole shit. And any book that we work on. These comics are our lifeblood. It's the whole goal. It's everything. So there's my...
The true passion. That's the really good way to describe it, is the true passion. Not that we're not passionate about the other work we do.
So there's my quick pitch / guilt trip.
The other... Now, I'll sell it from a more salesman-y perspective. You can read the first 10 pages of it on Kickstarter, so you can read it and you can see if it seems like something for you. Kindred Heavens is a fun story about a girl named Isabel who she wants to be a pilot. She wants to fly these Wright Brothers-esque machines that are called wind racers, but she is being blocked by her father. She is part of a company called Pegasus that is the greatest wind racing company of all time, but is currently on the hard downswing because another company that is willing to do anything to succeed, willing to stoop to any level to succeed, has risen up called Cerberus, and she watches her family's company fall, is chasing something that will not just give her the legacy that she wants by proving herself to her father and also proving herself to everyone, but also save the company that she has always worked for and has always loved.
Yeah.
All ages.
It's also part of a 4-book series. Yes, all ages, so you don't have to be you don't have to hide it under your pillow. You can take it on the bus with you if you want. But yeah, all ages. It's what was I talking about before you said all ages? You threw me for a loop.
I was talking before I said all ages, so I don't know what you think you were talking about. You had not said a word. You cut me off after I said all ages.
Well, oh yes, part of a 4-book series. So this first book is exciting, and it just gets better from here, building to a lot of fun stuff, emotional stuff, tragic stuff, happy stuff, all kinds of stuff. It's a good time. You'll like it.
Yeah, we like what Scott said about the like working on this. The entire time through everything we've ever done with Twitter, Kindred Heavens has been a really important book for us. We've written a lot of stories. We've talked pretty openly about how our dream has always been comics. Like that's what we've always really wanted to do specifically is comics and put our stories out there and do things like that. But Kindred Heavens specifically, it's a book that we've worked on for a long time with this like sort of intention of like this is the first time we've like truly stumbled onto something that we really genuinely think is amazing. We hope other people think is as cool as we do. I can easily say it's the best thing I've ever written. Even stuff I've written since Kindred Heavens, I still like Kindred Heavens the most. That's what happens when you work on a book for over 2 years.
Yeah, and with that's what we wanted, right? Like we wanted it to be this thing that we were super proud of and that we actually felt was amazing. Like the Panty Bear and like just all the like random little drawings that I do, they're fun, right? Like they you read them and you're like, oh, or you look at it and you're like, oh, that's fun, that's cute, that's like entertaining. This is something that we actually wanted to be like special. This is something that we wanted people to sit down and read and be like, wow, this actually like means a lot to me. This actually is inspiring or says something, about the human condition, even if it's small.
I think actually one thing that I really think we worded it pretty well on the actual campaign page. We have a little part where we kind of talk about why we wrote the book, and part of it is Kindred Heavens is a series that has been in the works for almost 2 years, having spawned out of a desire to write a story that empowers people to chase their dreams even when it seems like everything is trying to hold them back. In many ways, Isabel is a surrogate for ourselves when we were her age, just starting to make comics. Back then, no matter how hard we worked, it always seemed we were being told what we couldn't do. Our goal with this series is, first and foremost, to create an entertaining story, but if it helps just one person who is on the fence about pursuing their dream reach out and grab it, then the thousands of hours we've poured into it will have been more than worth it. As I feel like a really good way to sum up our intentions with the book.
Yeah.
So yeah, we that's part of the reason, it's when the Kickstarter launched, like we talked at length about how nervous we were about it. And about how stressful of a day that was, and that was because to Scott and I, we genuinely viewed this as a chance to really prove ourselves and to really prove like whether we could break into comics or not. Not that we aren't proud of what we do with Lucia and aren't proud of everything we've done. We're very proud of all that, but it's kind of like when you've been building to something for a long time and it's a really hard thing to break into. There's a lot of anxiety about that and about whether we had a lot of fear that people wouldn't take us seriously as comic guys and that we would just be like the guys that draw boobs. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like that's all people, and people would reject this notion of us trying to do comics, especially because when we would talk about it a lot, especially people that aren't like in the Discord and stuff, we get a lot of people that are like really, they're into us and they really like our work and stuff, but it's like when you talk to like some people, they're just like their first question is like, is it NSFW? And if we say no, it feels like we're like were immediately they're like not gonna like the book. That was our big worry. And so to see people like it so much and to be so excited about it, especially, you know, as much as people talk about liking our works, you know, we've only ever really put out The Panty Bear as a book, and that was a book written 5 years ago. It's very old, and it's very different than this. So we know it's a gamble for a lot of people to support it. In the same way that it was a gamble for us to put all this work into it, and so it definitely felt a bit like a we have to show it, or kind of like a make it or break it kind of moment for us. And so it's been that's part of the reason it's been really cool. And Scott and I have been nonstop talking about it because we're just really happy and excited.
And it was given the Project We Love sticker by Kickstarter.
That is true.
So, you know, had that going.
Which
Oh,
is
Jesus.
nice.
Thanks.
That's my I can't wait to be able to read it. Really hyped from just those few pages on Kickstarter. This is my main reason for being a patron, helping people pursue what they love and watching their content being produced how they envision it. Thank you very much, Brotaku.
Yes. Very nice.
That's actually one of the things that's been really nice about working with Iconic and talking with them is that's kind of the vibe everyone involved with Iconic has towards each other. It's very much like everyone just wants to help each other succeed. I don't know, it's really cool. I really like this. Scott and I have always had that vibe about creativity and stuff. You know, if you'll look on our Patreon, you'll see we support like a lot of creators. At least I think. I mean, we are subscribed to like 10 artists' Patreon. We don't ever talk about it or anything, but we try our hardest to like promote people and get back to people and do things because I don't know. I'm a big believer in everyone growing is good for everyone. And so, you know, as much as you can help everyone be as successful as possible, the better the whole community gets as a whole. So also love your Milfsia drawing. Love to see more of her. I told you, Scott, people want more Milfsia.
Damn, Milcia got shooters out here.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that I specifically would want more. I'm just saying that some people out here really like moms.
Not you, though.
No. I would never want a woman to comfortably pull me into her bosom and care for me. Plus, in Kindred Heavens, there's Robin. That's a plus.
Yeah, down at the bottom there.
Little Rob. Little Rob.
Little Rob. Little Robbie. And Horace.
And Horace. I keep waiting for the day Scott drops the Horace Luden drive. I'm so glad
coming.
It hasn't come yet. You know, our partners left at 1 o'clock. It's 3:40. I've not heard a word from Miami since she told me she was buying jeans.
Buying a lot of pants, I guess.
They're gonna come back with more clothes than they can wear to the Barbie movie.
I'm getting hungry.
I'm also hungry.
I ate lunch too early. This was the issue.
In other news, just not related to work or anything, my ankle is getting better. I can
Yeah?
Yeah, I can walk on it now a little bit in my boot. Actually, I can walk on it pretty decent. It really hurts. Like when we went to the Reds game, I walked around basically all day in a lot of pain the next day. I mean, I could barely walk the next day again. I was back on crutches. And then yesterday I walked around all day, and then today I've walked around all day, and now it's not feeling super great again. But it could be worse. It's better than it was when I broke it.
Well, that's good.
Amy keeps trying to get me to take it easy. But I want to move.
But that's not you.
I want to.
You got that dog in you.
I want to walk. But I will
Let me
say
walk.
I will probably take it easy the rest of the night because goddamn, it hurt earlier. I was walking up the stairs and my fucking foot, like, just I don't know, it just hurt so bad, which is not nice.
Me. It still just keeps saying, welcome to the chat room on the side.
Yeah, bro, I don't know what's up with you. That Isabel outfit where she's in the red, like, dress is, like, one of the cutest designs you've ever done.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
She wears that for, like, one specific scene in the book, which is actually, that section might be my favorite section in all of book one. I don't know why. I really love it. It's really cute. Like, that whole section with her and Robin.
I will pull up an image of her in that outfit.
Some more Kindred Heavens shots about to be shown. In the meantime, I will stall, and I will say that Scott's about to get the image pulled up, and there we go.
Oh, I got the outfit wrong. I thought there was like a sash. Damn, I forgot my own outfit. How many Kindred Heavens books do you think there will be? 4 is the plan. Anything can happen between now and finishing 4 books. Well, I guess 3 at this point because book 2's done, or book 1's done. But that's the plan, and then probably like a hardcover, like collected edition with all 4 books into one gigantic 400+ page behemoth, just as like a collector's thing. And also, honestly, I just want to have one, and it'll also
pretty cool.
probably have like bonus stuff in it. So like the plan tentatively, and this is
Yo,
a long ways down the road.
To Vol Hall, thank you for the fucking sub.
Thank you. Yo! Oh, that took me a sec. That took me a second.
Yo, thank you, thank you.
My goat. Noting down hard book collector's edition. Yeah, that's the tentative plan. Like I said, it's a long ways away, so that might change. But right now, the idea is kind of like do all of the books and then put out like a big collector's edition volume with all 4 books into one, so it's like 400+ pages, and then some bonus material in it. So like probably in between the books. So like in the big collector's edition, in between books 1 and 2, there'd probably be like a 10 to 15 page like a bonus story, like not behind the scenes, like actual like content,
like a side story.
from the. Yeah, like a side story. I couldn't think of what I wanted to look for.
Stuff like that. Maybe like it'd be like stuff like that, or if we really felt the need, like maybe like expanded scenes, just because we'd have a little more page. Like if we like, felt like we could add a few pages to a scene here or there, stuff like that at the end. Because the plan would be if when we release that's like the definitive version of Kindred Heavens. So it would be like we're done, we're walking away, it's over. And if we ever did anything else with Kindred Heavens, I don't know if we'll never say never, but the plan isn't. But it would be like, then the thinking would be like, it wouldn't be with this arc. Like this arc is it'll be a it'll be done by the time it's over. But we talked about how Scott and I we've already kind of, I don't want to say already kind of moved on, but we're already working on what would be our next projects and stuff like that. So
yeah, we always like to do stuff. So right now there's nothing planned beyond the 4th Kindred Heavens book. That is the planned ending. But anything can happen.
Hopefully our next books, the writing shouldn't take nearly as long as Kindred Heavens.
True.
A big part of Kindred Heavens and a big part of what took it so long is Scott and I learned a lot about process during Kindred Heavens, about like working more effectively, about stuff like that, which has helped us a lot in working on books since then. I mean, we've written 2 scripts since fucking Kindred Heavens. Technically 3, I guess. But
Well, that's the end of this drawing. What's something unhinged I could draw?
Unhinged? Just anything with Horus, really.
All right, I'll draw more for us. No, wait, I'll do the Fiesel Juniors.
Jesus Christ. Oh, you should show that comment. Pull that up so people and just put that like on the layer. Draw Max again. Shout out to the Max stance.
There you go. Just leave this on the screen. Ah.
It's just something about the Flork profile picture is so fucking funny. It really adds to the whole thing. Are you using reference for this, Scott?
I do have some Cell Juniors pulled up on
Wow, imagine using reference.
Yeah, it's true actually. Real artists don't use reference.
Remember what we always say. We don't use reference here.
For any new viewer, that's not true.
For any new viewer, that is true. Who will you believe?
Yeah, Fiesel Juniors. Why didn't I think of this before?
Are you gonna fully color this?
Probably not, no.
Wow. He won't even go all the way with his drawings.
Oh, I go all the way on Patreon.
That is true. If you want to see Selena
Lewd
Fiesel,
Fiesel.
whatever you want to call her.
Selena.
That's what I named her in the Lewd, because that's what you called her when you drew her on stream. You called her Selena
but I had
Dion.
forgotten that when I... I'm funny.
That does a lot better than Fiesel.
It's true. It's a pretty gross word. But honestly, for what this is, I think it fits. Fiesel.
Lena Dion. Just combine them both. Just make it both.
Fieselina Dion Jr.
This is an all-time stream moment.
Oh, wait,
you
they have
should
like
draw-
wings.
You
I
should
always
draw
forget the
Horus
wings.
squaring off with it. It kind of looks like somebody else should be there in front of it.
Okay, yeah.
Not to give you more work to do, but
No, we gotta occupy time.
well,
on
we have to
stream
end
minutes.
every stream with Horus, so put a Cell Junior in his stomach. Super Saiyan Horus? That's not a bad idea. I hope that he becomes even bigger than Kindred Heavens. I mean, he lives like a life of his own. This is
He's
actually
like Lucia for
yeah, but for Kindred Heavens.
lewd icon Horus.
You gotta put like versus Horus. Make it like a full fight. Yeah. So what did y'all think of stream? Was that a good stream? Are we good? Are we good at what we do?
This is why you're here, right? It's to watch us promote Kindred Heavens, and then watch me draw
This
this.
seems like a good time to say, everybody, if you wanna support us, you know, you can go, you can buy.
If you want to see more Horus,
You can buy Kindred Heavens. If you're really like, you're a big Horus guy, you know, Horus is a big guy. If you're a big Horus guy, you know, go support Kindred Heavens. Also, if you want to see another book, go support the Panty Bear. Buy that. There's fighting in that. There's no Horus, but there's Bera. He's kind of like the precursor to Horus. I like to think in many ways Horus is an origin story for Bera.
for sure, B, for sure.
What is this that you're doing?
All will become clear soon enough.
Ingo said, I will only buy your books if you do Super Saiyan Horus. What does the incinerator do? Well, you see, it is a great way. Everyone always asks us what to do with the channel points, and Scott and I are too lazy to come up with anything. So if you would like to burn your channel points and get nothing in return, you can burn them in the incinerator. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, oh no. You gotta zoom out and give a full shot of this when you're done, so I can take a picture of this and send it to Discord. You should post this on Twitter. With the Twitter thing right there.
How did we get here? Didn't we just spend like several minutes talking about how like, you know, Kindred Heavens is this sacred like thing that we really love?
But we're still us. It's the start of the stream. You said this is an eclectic stream. We're still us. Remember that? It's true. This is how Horus charges up, actually.
Yeah, it's like cell absorbing the androids. Horus
What would be
absorbs
Horus's cell form?
Bera.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This is why I learned how to draw, was to do stuff like this.
Yeah, make sure you really shade it.
Or I gotta be consistent, you know.
No, of course.
I have an idea.
Jesus Christ.
There's
it keeps
more.
Going. Real talk, I hope sometime we get an all doodling stream because these are infinitely fun. You just gotta catch Scott on a bad day when he doesn't like want to do actual work.
So the story here is that this is the inside of Horace's
Oh, Jesus Christ.
esophagus, and Lucia's in here. This is a teaser for the Patreon drawing with Lucia. He ate her. She's inside of him. And so the Ficel Jr. is like, oh man, it's dark in here, and there's Lucia. This is what I've chosen to do with my time.
My characters. This is what I write a book. I pour my heart and soul into it. I create characters that people love, and this is what he does to them. This is what he does. He just took a character that I created, that he created, that spawned our whole career, put her in the belly of another character that he just spent 10 minutes talking about how the book they're from changed our lives and how important it is to us. Do you guys see this? Do you understand what's happening? What are you doing now? There's more? I'm dying. I'm losing it. I'm melting. What is this?
Well, it's Horace.
I know it's Horace. What?
So what this drawing's about, the meaning behind it, is that Horace wants to be pegged.
You know, you have space in that bottom right corner. You haven't drawn anything in.
That's a good point. Well, actually,
draw him spawning Cell Junior's leg, little Cell Junior egg.
Hold on, no. I had another idea.
An animation. What the fuck?
Hold on. I have an idea.
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
What? Oh.
Okay, hold on. Let me cook.
Yeah. Everyone wants to see Scott's animating process. Here you go.
Hold on.
You think that person who subbed earlier is still here watching? This is what we do for a living now.
Okay, hold on. Let me cook. Wait, first let me test. Oh, I gotta color it. Hold on.
Wow, cringe. You colored it an entirely different way.
Fair point. You're right. This has to be consistent.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, that's still not enough.
There you go. If you're gonna do this, do it right.
He's twerking. I'll add another frame.
Yeah, really make it. I don't know. Finish it up and we'll have an animated sticker for the server. Scott.
No, that's not a bad idea.
Fully color it. Have an animated Horace twerking sticker. That's up there.
Dude, he can move it.
I was gonna say he's getting pretty high with this last one. Notice how the master craftsman takes his time to add even in the finest details in.
Oh, I need to add another frame. It's not ready yet.
Ingo said, quirked up middle-aged man with lots of swag, busting it down, sexual style. Is he goated with the sauce? Oh, this is him dropping it low.
This is him dropping it low. Now.
You didn't even color him. What's wrong with you?
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, so now.
What have you done? we killed
If
him.
I die and this is the last thing that I've ever created, I'm happy with that.
This is kind of like a post sheet.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the.
You should post this on Twitter. Fuck it. Twitter's so fucked anyway. Who cares? People. Imagine you do when people think Horus is your new OC.
How did we get here?
Welcome
How
to the
does this
reference
happen?
sheet.
How does this happen? Did I just do that? It's like sometimes. It's like I just woke up out of a trance and like I'm just looking over what happened. Oh fuck. Well, that exists. That huh.
This is a canon event.
Okay.
Wait for
well,
Into the Horus first.
I'll look for someone to raid. Whew. Oh man.
I'm more scared for the Horus loot now that you've done this. Now that I've seen how unhinged you can really get with them.
Whew. This was. I've changed as a person after this. Oh god. Yeah, this a VTuber, whatever.
Okay. Bye, everybody. See you on Wednesday.
I don't even know if this person's talking in stream. Be nice to them.